Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining. Today I'm going to do a what I eat in a day. So I actually won't start eating until quite late in the day. I do practice intermittent fasting. I will talk more about that at the end of the video because there's quite a bit of information involved in explaining why I do that. But number one, because it makes me feel so good. It makes me feel good, healthy, and just overall really, really happy and healthy. So, but first, I always start my day with coffee. And the collagen that I use is the Vital Proteins. I get this at Sam's Club. It was $21, I believe, at Sam's Club, and I'm almost done with my coffee, so probably have another cup. And then I will get into what I eat. So let's see, it's 11:15 right now. I will probably start eating at around 2 p.m. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so it is time for me to break my fast. So I'm actually gonna have, while I'm making my meal, I'm gonna have a few chocolate chip cookies just dipped in my coffee. Okay guys, so we are gonna have buffalo cauliflower quesadillas. Please excuse baby in the background. So I just roasted this cauliflower with buffalo sauce in the oven first, and then I'm just gonna put some shredded cheese over it. This is all in my cast iron skillet that I have preheated. And then I have some peppers, banana peppers that I found in my fridge, and then I have this arugula. I like to put greens on pretty much everything that I make, and then I'm just gonna top it with a little more cheese just to make the top quesadilla stick a little better, and then I'm just gonna grill it on both sides for a little bit, and then I'm gonna have some more cookies. Here's what the quesadilla looks like when it's finished grilling, and then I'm just gonna cut it up, put some sour cream on it, some homemade salsa that I made, and I eat it with celery. And it is so bomb. And I'll eat pretty much this whole thing. And my guilty pleasure is Coke Zero for sure. And I had a sweet tooth, so I'm gonna eat this. I do eat dairy, but for some reason ice cream upsets my stomach. And then I'm gonna have just a couple Oreos. So these Oreos are gluten-free, but I do eat gluten. I do eat dairy, but sometimes I just buy the other options just to kind of try them out. These are really good. I cannot taste the difference between gluten-free and regular Oreos. I don't think one or the other is more healthy for you. I just like to try different things, honestly. But ice cream, regular ice cream, does give me indigestion for sure. I'll still eat it if I'm really craving it, but the non-dairy ice cream definitely is easier on my stomach. But like I said, I do eat dairy and gluten. And this is probably all I'm gonna eat today. It is almost 4 p.m. And that's just kind of my eating window, and then like I'll just be digesting the rest of the evening, and I won't eat again tomorrow until the same time. And that's just how I eat, and it feels amazing, and I'm not like constantly heavy with like digestion all day. So yeah, stay tuned, and I will definitely get into intermittent fasting a little more in depth.
Hello, friends. I just wanted to talk a little bit more about why I do intermittent fasting. There's definitely some science behind it, and for me, the science has proven to be effective in making me feel very, very good. So, I guess we'll start from the beginning. Historically, humans are not supposed to be eating around the clock. When this happens, there is hormone that we all know called insulin being released into the bloodstream constantly. And insulin is a very important hormone when it comes to so many things. Hormones rule everything. Just remember that. Whenever you are feeling a certain way or don't feel right or feel great, it's because of a hormone. And that can be mentally, physically. Hormones rule it all across the board, mind and body. So, whenever you're eating all day, excuse me, my phone's about to die. Okay, I am back and my phone is plugged in, so the view is a little less zoomed in. But anyway, as I was saying, hormones run it all. And most of us are only really familiar with like insulin, testosterone, cortisol, maybe estrogen, but I mean, there's hundreds, and they're made in different glands in our body. And how hormones work is there's something called hormone cascades. So, like, in order to have one hormone activated, the first hormone before that actually needs to be activated. So, it's really complicated. And when your body is not running properly, you can 100% bet that it's because your hormones are not efficient at running properly. So, all that aside, the reason that I do intermittent fasting is because when I do not have constant up and downs of insulin, then I feel much better. I have level energy. My mood is much more level. Believe it or not, my appetite is where it should be. I mean, I wake up in the morning and I'll have my black coffee. Sometimes now I do have a little bit of heavy cream in it or something. And then I won't be hungry until usually noon or the afternoon, and that's when my eating window starts, and I will eat. I eat a lot. I probably consume what most people, the caloric intake of what most people are eating in a matter of a few hours. So I get very happy, very full. That feeling of being full and satiated and satisfied and happy because you're eating good food. It's a wonderful, wonderful feeling. I don't think that I could do a diet where I was like eating little portions throughout the day and not feeling full. Besides that, eating portions throughout the day keeps your insulin levels spiking. The only thing that will not spike insulin is straight oil or fat. And I mean, who just eats that? Every single thing, protein, it will spike your insulin. And every time you have a spike in insulin, any sugar that's left over, carbohydrate, is obviously stored as into your fat cells. Your fat cells either grow or shrink depending on how much carbohydrates that you're eating. A lot of people think that they're losing fat when you do a low carb diet, but in actuality, you're just draining the water, the hydrate, out of the fat cell. Things that help you retain water is obviously carbohydrates, bread, pasta, sugar, grains, anything like that will help those fat cells swell up. And they're not bad for you. There's a reason our body works like this. During times of famine, you want your fat cell to hold as much water as possible. Famine also correlates with finding water. So our bodies work in these magnificent ways, and science definitely over the past few decades, it maybe not even that long, has really shown us that fasting is definitely a way to keep your insulin from spiking. And I mean, think about it, people. I'm in the medical field, and being an EMT, we encounter so many people that are dealing with diabetes, and a lot, if it's type 2, a lot of times can be reversed. So, and simply by eating differently. So, I mean, this is kind of a no-brainer. We develop insulin resistance basically when you're having these spikes all day or night or whenever. After a while, your pancreas gets tired, basically, because we are not designed to do that. And a lot of people, there was in the 90s, I think it was, a popular belief that if you eat multiple meals a day, your metabolism will be higher. You'd have to do your own research on this. Don't take my word for it, because disclaimer, I'm not a dietitian, a nutritionist, nothing like that. But I do my research when it comes to doing things that most people don't want to do, and then getting results, and then those people asking me how I'm getting these results. It's usually something that they don't ever want to do because it's inconvenient, they don't have time, or it's just straight hard and it takes discipline. So yeah, that's my whole outlook on that. Do your own research. Listen to your doctor or don't listen to your doctor. I have definitely had moments where I did not listen to my doctor's advice, and it went wonderfully. So all my life, backstory, I have kind of suffered with inflammatory responses in my body. So I can 100%, if I drink alcohol, which is pure sugar, it does not matter what alcohol you're drinking. Red wine is not healthy for you. Resveratrol is healthy, but not red wine. I'm sorry. But like, if I eat too much sugar, I feel it. I feel it in my joints. I feel it in my skin, my body. I feel the inflammation. And if you really are in tune with your body, you can feel inflammation. You can look at people and just know, oh, that person has tons of inflammation running through their body. Usually it will physically manifest as like a type of rosacea, swelling, and there's tons of things that cause inflammatory effects. It's not just sugar, but I can definitely tell for me, it is. I definitely eat sugar within my eating window. So I only have one consistent insulin spike per day. That's it. I eat in my eating window. I have that spike. It's stored properly. And then the rest of the time, my body, and I do work out pretty much 4 or 5 times a week. And my body does burn fat in the window where I'm not burning my carbohydrates. So that's how fasting kind of has helped me. It's definitely lowered my inflammatory response for sure. I feel it. I feel cleaner. I feel leaner. I am. My entire adult life, I'm 5'2". I have been around 135. 137 was the heaviest I have ever been, except for when I was pregnant. And I just always struggled with losing weight until I started intermittent fasting. It was easy and it was amazing because I still got to eat what I absolutely love. I love food. I'm not one of those people that can eat oatmeal with berries every morning. I'm just not. I love oatmeal with berries, but I also want some bananas and chocolate chips on it and maple syrup maybe. I want chocolate chip cookies if I want chocolate chip cookies. I want pizza. We make really good pizza at home in our cast iron skillets, and I eat pizza like maybe 3 times a week. I love food. I'm half Japanese, so I eat a lot of Japanese food, katsu, which is like deep fried. So I love, love, love food. Ramen, just everything. Indian food. Oh my gosh, I could go on. Thai food. I could go on forever. But just the intermittent fasting thing has made life so easy for me. And then obviously if there's a special event and we know we're going out to dinner or something like that, then my window's a lot longer that day. And it's okay, it's very versatile and flexible, and I absolutely love eating this way. It has truly, truly changed my life. I kind of try not to tell people too much about it. I'm really only gonna blab about it in this video, but a lot of people ask me what I'm doing or how I eat, and that's what I do. I tell people, and they have that old school mindset of, oh my God, you're starving yourself. But I guarantee if you sat down and showed people what I eat, my caloric intake, gram for gram of food would be so much more than most, than most women on a dieting, restrictive diet. The only real restriction that I have is my time windows, which I'm totally fine with. I have ulcerative colitis. It is an inflammatory bowel disease, and I definitely have almost died from it twice. And this is before I started intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting also gives my insides a break. I digest properly, everything is digested, and my digestive system has a break. It can relax for a while. It can do its job efficiently. If you're constantly eating around the clock, your digestion, which takes tons of energy, it's going to be tired. So that definitely helped in that aspect. And then just the simple aspect of not having an inflammatory response all the time is it's done wonders. I am not on any medication right now. If you're familiar with Crohn's or ulcerative colitis, then you're not a stranger to prednisone and corticosteroids and mesalamine enemas, and the list goes on and on. But my doctor has tried so hard to get me on biologics as well. And I refuse. I don't want to be on a medication my entire life and be tied to this medication. Otherwise, I'll go into a flare-up and possibly die. I have had a couple blood transfusions because of it. It's really terrible. I believe in the I think like before corticosteroids and prednisone and solumedrol were invented, I believe the mortality rate for ulcerative colitis was like 65 to 70%. So it's scary. I definitely know that my whole life, the inflammation that I've had, it has caused me to have issues for sure. But my gut has never been happier, and I mean, knock on wood, it stays this way. But for now, I'm extremely happy and healthy, and I do also take a very potent vitamin D with K, just because it is a very, very effective natural anti-inflammatory. And I do suggest, if you have any kind of arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, or anything like that, taking a good quality vitamin D and K will not hurt you. It will be wonderful. But obviously, check with your doctor before you listen to my advice. So yeah, thanks for watching and hearing me blab on about how much I love intermittent fasting and how much it has changed my life. I follow this woman, the Daily Connoisseur. She is just amazing, and she does intermittent fasting, but differently. So her eating window is like, I think 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. So she'll have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it works for her. She loves it. She's lost a great amount of, she looks amazing. She's beautiful. But I'll link her channel down below. But yeah, she goes into what she eats and how she eats, and it's definitely a lifestyle for her now. She's wonderful, and go check out her channel if you haven't. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And if you guys want, I'll make more videos on like what I eat in a day or how I eat. Just let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and do subscribe and like.